Hi Beastie Besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining me for the first time, hi, my name is Angelfish, pronouns they, them, and today, take 2 of redoing my Monster High display. I had about 10 minutes worth of footage that was filmed over the course of 2.5 hours of doing this shelf, and I lost all of that footage, and I'm having to re-record, which makes me really upset, because I'm kind of in the middle of it still, and it's just kind of like, god damn it, finger twitched, pushed the wrong button, lost the recording. Anyway, we're picking up the pieces. This is our final Dollidays video. I wanted to go out with at least a little something before the end of the new year, or end of the new year, start of the new year. Ay, Dios mío, why can't I fucking get my story straight? Anyway, in the section of video that you would have seen, it would have been me relocating all of my Lagunas and going over each one and where they are now. Laguna gets her own shelving unit because she is my favorite character. So yeah, and we're just gonna be organizing my new display by character. I think that'll be more fun. Before my pinche camera decided to do something stupid and lose all of my footage of the previous thing, we were on our way to turning this top portion of the shelf into a Frankie and Cleo display. Everything else is sort of like in limbo right now, but we are moving all of the Frankie dolls up here. We put Voltageous back in their box. Han Couture is right here. Amped Up moved down here. The Midnight Runway box is here. And there's a Skulltimate locker there now, which I will adorn with other decorations and put a doll coming out of. It'll be fun. It'll be sweet. My thing is that I don't want to cover up Voltageous, so I'm going to have to be conscious about not putting dolls in front of them because they are on display in their box, and I'm happy I kept their box because it really saves me space. Oddly enough. I know it's a little weird because it's like, oh, it's a giant cardboard rectangle and cardboard and plastic. How could it possibly save you space? This is how. It allows a doll to be further back than the rest of them. We're using a Skulltimate stand, Skulltimate locker as a standee, which is fun. And it was there before, but, you know, it's back. It's back in that spot, and we're gonna keep it there, because it's nice. Midnight Runway's mask is up here, because it's not like they ever wear it anyway. I don't display them in it. Also, there's G3 Frankie. Hi, sweetie. They are going to be on display up here with their ghoul friend Cleo, because this is going to be the Cleo and Frankie display. I don't have many, if any, G1 Cleos that I would feel happy enough to display on here that are able to be displayed without risk of glue seepage. So the only Cleos that'll be in the display will be G3. Because I don't have any of the alumni Cleos. I could get Midnight Runway Cleo, but I don't want her. I mean, I do want her, but I don't want to pay $75 for her. But that is the cheapest that she gets, and she's still available. I'm wishy-washy. We'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, this is where we are at. Signature Frankie is back. Up here, where they belong. I don't know why, but I kind of just like that Neon Frights and Creepover Party can just be here together. Like, look at them. Also, Watsy is up here now. Little buddy. Love him. Also, it's so funny to me that this is where my signature Frankie ended up being, because this is where I would put them on the shelf back when I first got them. Like, this was the shelf portion that they lived on, because I didn't have a lot of G3 when they were my first G3 doll, so now they're back right in the corner where they were originally, and Cleo is with them this time. Yay! Look at them holding hands. Look at that. So cute. Okay, well, they're not quite holding hands, but it's about as close as I can get it while they're on their stands. It'll have to do. I still have one more Cleo and 3 more Frankies to add to this display, but oh my gosh, look at that mini army, that sea of green and blue, and Cleo. I need more Cleos in my collection. There's 5 of them that are gonna be out here, not counting Series 1's Ultimate Secrets, who's on display in her locker. That's not nearly enough for all of these Frankies to share. I don't think that's very fair of them. Or fair for them. Also, I put the coffin bean up there, minus the chair that I gave to Laguna. I still need to put the coffee table up there, but I'm going to put some dolls up here. Probably the dolls that don't have too many releases, so like Abby, Gulia, Toralei, Deuce, Claude. They're going to go up here, I think. It just makes the most sense. Of course, I could always just put Claude with Claudine, because they're siblings. That is always an option. We'll get there when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I did it. I managed to get all of them on here because I realized there's no rule that says that I can't put dolls seated on top of boxes in displays. There's absolutely no rule, no requirement. Because it's my display, I do what I want. So I was like, oh, wait, I can just have them seated. And it'll be so much easier for me. And I was right. Look at them. So dapper. I love Cleo being on top of Voltageus's box too. Like, it just is so nice. So visually appealing. And then this Frankie over here is being so elegant. I kind of crammed them in the corner here, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Fall Festival Frankie Restyle. You're just kind of here. I could put a doll right there, but A, it would need to be a doll with a stand, which would probably be you or you. And B, it would cover up Voltageous. But I don't know. I'm gonna do it and see how it looks, and if I don't like it, I'll move it back to the way it is now. I was being a little bitch about nothing because you absolutely can still see Voltageous from there. So this opens up these two to slide over a little bit more, and I'm actually gonna do that. Just... Frankie, get your fingers out of Cleo's hair. It's polypropylene. I don't want you tangling it. Like so. There we go. Now you're not so squished over there, Fall Festival Frankie. Okay, the Frankie and Cleo display is complete! Oh my gosh! I love it. I was originally gonna put the Bride of Frankenstein set in here too, but I don't think there's room for that. So we're just gonna not and say that we did. After all, they're not very far from it. They're right there, next to my Shadow High Series 2 dolls. Special. Okay, now to take care of the rest of the cubbies. Starting by removing this Polly Pocket playset. I forgot that this was back there, not gonna lie. Hi Polly Pocket playset. Oh dear, I did a review on this. I'm actually gonna move this to Laguna's shelf and have it be in the background on one of the shelves. That way, all the aquatic stuff stays together. The locker is gonna stay there though, because it impacts absolutely nothing by being back there. Draculaura's coffin bed from G1 has been back here, and I've been using it to store clothes and accessories. I think this is going to be Draculaura's cubby then, since that piece of Draculaura-centric furniture has been back here this whole time. I bet you didn't know that. Also, hi Creepover dolls. I have encountered my first problem with the shelving unit. The Haunt Couture boxes are too tall. They have to go like that, which means I have to really figure out how to display in here and conserve space. Because I don't want to put the Haunt Couture boxes in storage. I don't. If I have to, I have to, but I want to try and put them in a display in some way, shape, or form. But if I can't make it happen, then oh shit. Rather amusingly, and I'm going to turn on my ring light for this, these are all of the Draculauras that I have regularly out on display, minus Series 1's Ultimate Secrets, who is on display wall-mounted in her locker. I have a lot less Draculauras than I thought I did, because the only other ones that are not on display are my Ghouls Rule Draculaura, who only comes out for Halloween, my Sweet 1600, who is on a different shelf in a different room, and my 2015 repro of Draculaura. Like, those are my only other Dracs. Oh, and Dead Tired, but Dead Tired's, like, not going out on display. She's in that box down there. And I don't feel like getting her out and putting her on because her leg joints are very weak, and I don't want to body swap her because I'm not buying another doll to swap a body onto. Like, that's lame, that's stupid, that's corny, that's a waste of money for me. So she's just going to be in storage. But, like, this is the Draculaura cubby. We can't fit the Haunt Couture boxes in there, so I'm gonna have to figure out something with that. This box might move, and then I might just put the Haunt Couture boxes where that goes, and this box will just go in my closet. That is always an option. I don't want to do it because it means I have to get the ladder and put them up high. But that's probably what's going to happen. Also, say hello to Coffee Break Deuce. He's just sort of chilling right there in what will eventually become Claudine's little cubby. And Jack and Sally got moved up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, actually. I might move them up there. I might move the coffin beam, sorry, down there, actually, and do something else. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, because here's the difficulty with moving around this particular cubby down here, and she is staring us all plainly in the face. It is my unopened Esquelita Calaveras signature release. I am not opening her. I don't want to. She needs to stay where it is dark so that she doesn't get any sunlight and she doesn't risk rubber band decay or glue seepage being accelerated by exposure to sunlight, which is the thing that can happen. It's why I don't like displaying a lot of my G1 dolls near windows. My actual G1 dolls, the ones that are not alumni, that actually have glue in their heads, that are old from like 2010s era. We don't put those out where the sun can get to them, because it can, and in my experience does, accelerate glue seepage. So she's staying down here. She makes this a little difficult because she has to be down here. There is no other way. Like, there is no other way for me to have her on display. So she has to be down here. Hi, Deuce. You're just sort of... He's kind of just like, oh, this is weird. Wow. Yeah. Congratulations, buddy. Everybody started out in a box. You did too at some point. But, yeah. Just, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this cubby. There's my Madison Beer CD box case. I listen to it in between takes so that I can have music and you guys don't get to hear it in the video, because I'm not looking to get copyright strikes. So, yay! Anyway, I'll update you all when I have my next major little thing. My Claudine cubby gets to be special because Lil Miss Skulltimate Roller Maze gets to be in there. Ay Dios mío. Okay. Yeah, she gets to be back here. I can't really have her outside of this cubby system because, same thing with Esquelita, she will be at risk of glue seepage if I put her on a sunnier shelf, so... Yay! But, you know, Claudine dedicated corner. Let's do this. I will update y'all in a second when I get more dolls in their spot. This is what my bed looks like right now. Not horribly messy, but so many dolls are just strewn about. I forgot Dracula's purse. I need to give that to her. I'll do that when I get back over there. And here we go, the Claudine corner. I don't have that many Claudine dolls. I need to fix that. It's the polypropylene thing, and the fact that a lot of her G1 dolls are like ridiculously expensive. So hopefully more of her dolls in the future will have Saran. I still need to get Scaradice. I need to get Sophomore Fear. But I'm not really missing any Claudine dolls right now, so yeah, it's a small collection because I haven't done a lot of restyles due to the fact that most of the time she has had polypropylene. Otherwise, there would be more of her. Although Draculaura. Well, I'm also not really a Draculaura girly. Like, I love her, but not as much in comparison to the other characters. Definitely like G3 a lot, but yeah, this is making me realize, between the two of these, I don't have a whole lot of Draculaura or Claudine right now. Interesting. Bet we're all eager to see who this corner is going to. The answer is Ghoulia. It's going to Ghoulia. Hi, Dawn of the Dance, Ghoulia. You're gonna go back there. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. Yeah. And then after that, it's Little Miss Fang Club exclusive. Love of my life. Oh, get your fingers out of her hair. Don't touch her hair. Personal space. Learn it. Don't put your fingers in her hair. Your grubby little 2011 fingers. Okay, sorry, that was mean. Wait, she's a piece of plastic. What am I talking about? And then Ghoulia number 3. I have a 4th one who's also gonna come join down here. Actually, I think Claude is gonna go with them too. Or, yeah, Claude. Looking at my other dolls, Claude is gonna have to go down here too. Because him and Ghoulia, I have about equal numbers right now between the two of them, because I also have a G1 Claude that's gonna go back there. And when I get the Valentine's Day pack, he's gonna go back there too. Well, it's not the most thrilling display, but there they are, Claude and Ghoulia. I need to get more Claude dolls. I'm going to get more Claude dolls during the winter break, because I also have a few custom ideas, like turning him into Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's, but, you know, like Collector interpretation, not like a direct translation. Because direct translations of Five Nights at Freddy's characters into Monster High dolls can be quite cursed. I've seen it before. Don't want to try it. So, yeah. I have some customization plans that involve yarn locks and Foxy the Pirate from Five Nights at Freddy's, and Claude. That's just an idea that I've had for a bit. Although he'd probably not be on display down here. He'd probably be up with the custom dolls on my dresser. But yeah, that's where we are. That just leaves this corner and the coffin bean, and then we're done. Alright, technically this is cheating because I have doubles of each of these characters, because I have a second Toralei, I have a second Twyla, and I have a second Abby. However, that doesn't warrant a cubby on its own, so they get to hang out in the coffin bean in their signature looks, and when I get Venus, she's gonna hang out on the couch. Hopefully Venus shows up in stores in January, because I had to cancel my Palmart order because he oversold her. Big sad. I ordered her like 2 seconds after she dropped, and then she sold out, and people started getting their orders, and I was like, oh, I wonder when mine's gonna ship, and so I emailed him, and he was like, yeah, we oversold her. Plan on getting her in a couple weeks if you want to hold out on that, but like, it's the holiday season, I kind of need the money, so, yeah, no, we canceled. It happens. Venus will be available later. I'll get her when she's on store shelves and I can pick out her face. That bottom cubby is probably gonna be Deuce's little home, since he's already comfy on the couch and dead on the floor. Sorry, buddy. Once I get Heath, he's probably gonna go up there too. And here we go, Deuce Gorgon's cubby with the second Abby and Toralei, because I couldn't think of where else to put them, and they're not going in the coffin bean. But that means... Oh, by the way, we moved the box, so we could put our Haute Couture boxes down there, and also this other cubby, because Christmas Eve is in a week. Actually, less than a week, and I need the floor space, and that coffin locker has just been sort of cluttering it up, so now it's not a problem anymore, yay! And then I can put my Tupperware of UB Funkies underneath the Haute Couture boxes as well. In fact, I'm going to do that now. All that's left to do is figure out where to put Jack and Sally. They sort of got forced out of the Draculaura cubicle. Alrighty, everyone, that is it for the video. I have finished organizing everything. Jack and Sally ended up back in the Draculaura cubby where they were before I reorganized everything. And this is just because that's really the only shelf that they fit. Jack is too tall to go on the Laguna shelf. I almost moved them over there. Because the thing is, I don't want Jack to be in sunlight, because he's completely, like, bone white. He is pale as shit. I don't want him to yellow. So he is staying in a corner that does not get sunlight. But yeah, there's everybody. And then here's the Laguna shelf. Oh my gosh, everything is just so perfect. I love it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful, happy, and safe holiday season. This has been Angelfish, signing off.